Go ahead, put it on real tight. Hope you brought your best tonight. They say they got the fireworks, yeah, they say they got the show. You're around the shoots, you're the best, so let's go.
This is Texas Toast. I'm your host, Miss Helen. Kick back and enjoy as we toast the best from Texas.
And welcome to Texas on Tap. I'm Miss Helen. It's so good to see you, Kyle. Happy almost New Year.
It's good to see you too. Happy almost New Year. Happy New Year's Eve. It's from the sound of it, you're kind of fitting in with everybody else in Texas right now.
Yes, yes. Yeah, I kind of had a wasted day today and missed out on some stuff, but I just got the little allergy stuff going on. But it's been a good week. It's been nice and warm, and then we got cold coming, but anywho. So I'm just excited because I'm just like, getting ready for us to do this final Texas on Tap on our podcast. It's like just looking back at this last year and then looking at, the top 200 songs of 2021 and all the people that are on it and the great music. It's like, man, it kind of made my day.
Yeah. No, it's crazy. Like we've done so much coverage, and I was actually looking at our little, our show page on Apple Podcasts earlier, and this podcast, once it comes out, will be our 83rd show this year.
Really?
Isn't that crazy?
83?
Yeah, we didn't miss a single one. I guess technically we didn't do the Texas on Tap on Thanksgiving. We still put out a little, hey, what's up?
Well, the only time we also missed Texas on Tap is when the hurricane came to my place.
Oh, okay. So, and I put out an episode, like a little teaser episode, both of those times. So if we delete those or don't count them, we still put out 81 episodes. That's so crazy.
That's amazing. Oh my gosh.
Known, 9 months ago or 10 months ago that we would have put out almost 100 episodes.
Oh my gosh, look at us go. Yes, it's been a really good year.
Absolutely. Yeah, we've got a bunch of cool stuff on the calendar already for next year too. We're going to be out at I guess I'm looking forward to Lone Star Luau pretty much more than anything. That's going to be such an awesome weekend out there at Margaritaville.
Yes.
Yeah, that's very exciting. So I guess we're going to do some similar
kind of a look back on things. What happens is at the end of the year is a charts put out the top 200 songs of 2021, and if you want me to go ahead, and I'm going to look at the top 10 and then talk about some of my favorites this year. But on the Texas country music chart, in the top 10, starting at number 10, David Adam Burns, Signs. Josh Ward was at number 9 with the Cowboy Can. Curtis Grimes, Friends, was at number 8, which that's kind of one of my favorite songs of the year. Aaron Watson was at number 7 with Silverado Saturday Night. Randall King's Record High. Then at number 5 was Aaron Watson's Boots. Randy Rogers and Wade Bowen, Hold My Beer. Casey Donahue, Queen for a Night. Clay Hollis, oh God, I love Clay. Anybody Loving You Lately? And then number 1 on that chart for the top 200 of 2021 was Parker McCollum, To Be Loved by You. And then looking at the Texas Regional Radio Report, and once again, like this is the top 200. So like there's so many songs on here that I could talk about, but I know we're kind of limited, and I'm just going to roll through the top 10, but number 10 on the Texas Regional Radio Report for the top 200 songs of 2021. Number 10 is Rolling Stone, Kendall Schaefer. Record High, Randall King at number 9. Better by the Beer, which was one of my favorites from Jake Bush this year. He's at number 7.
I get to ring
and then another one we loved. We loved another one, Can Down, Mike Ryan. And get this, George Dukas, Cold Blood at number 5.
Holy crap.
Yes, Stuck With You. Yeah, Stuck With You. Brody Lane was at number 4. And then our boys, Kinfo, Plainview, one of my all-time favorite songs, number 3. And then we talked about Drew Fish Band, One Beer at a Time. But guess what? Drum roll, my salty boy, brother from another, Clay Hollis, Anybody Loving You Lately. Clay had the number 1 song on the Texas Regional Radio Report for the top 200 for 2021. I'm so proud of him.
That's really awesome. Like it's funny. I have to mention, he's your salty boy. Your salty brother.
Yes, he's my guy.
We need like a news outlet to pick that clip up and be like, why are these people calling him salty? We break the news, give everybody the lowdown on what's to come from Clay. So it's pretty exciting.
Yes. So when he sang that song on our podcast last week, it's just like it was so spot on. And then he has some other stuff, but that was super exciting. And if y'all haven't tuned into Clay Hollis's podcast yet, you gotta listen to the end when he busts out the guitar and plays Just Gone Fishing. It was amazing. In some of the other songs, I'm just looking at some of the songs that I really liked this year. And of course, you're probably going to know Senorita Sky, Chad Cooke Band. That was one of my favorites this year. Tom Shepard's One Boot. Yes. Mark Powell, You Look Like I Could Use a Drink. Jake Bush was on there. Mike Ryan, Can Down. And then, of course, Nate Burnham, I Got Game. And it's like, and then Sarah Hobbs, Black Bayou. I just love that song. But it's like, but I have to say, Senorita Sky, just like, I absolutely love that song. But there's so many, we could go into so many songs, but.
Yeah, no, Senorita Sky, out of all the songs we've discussed all year, definitely has gotten, just randomly popped into my head more than any other songs. Like, if I hear anything or see anything that makes me think of like the beach or island vibes, it's like that's in my head just playing right away. So.
I just fell in love with that song. Yeah. And then it's like, and when I was younger, I used to like do the whole singing down the road stuff, but Ken Fo's Plainview, that I like every now and then I just have to listen to Plainview. Yeah. There's just something about that song. And I'm not going to quote it right now, but he talks about the population, 18,000. Anyway, so it's like I have the whole song memorized. But yeah, Plainview was another one that was a highlight for me this year as well. And Clay Hollis is Anybody Loving You Lately.
Yep. Yeah, it's crazy. I keep thinking about with Clay how like he was talking about, he's been playing for 7 or 8 years now, and he's only got those 2 albums.
Yes.
It's just so crazy how much life he's gotten out of those like relatively small amount of songs.
I cannot wait to see what Clay's gonna do, and David Adam Burns this next year. And we could go on and on, but it's like, but Clay and I really bonded.
Yeah. And Jake Bush has a new one coming out too, early February. We'll be talking to him, so that's really, really exciting. So I wanted to talk about the top stream songs for the year, and I guess I don't know if I've ever actually really given them a shout out, but Texas Music Pickers is a really good resource for
for sure
data on all this music, and I would honestly be lying if I said they weren't somewhat of an inspiration for me to get into this whole side of things. So I wanted to give them a shout out, and then I'm gonna go down their chart. They just did a top 40 streamed Texas Country Red Dirt songs of the year. I guess I'm probably not going to name them all, but honestly, I bet we've covered every single song on this list. But you've got everybody from Aaron Watson with a couple songs, Hayes Carl, Reed Southall's got 4 or 5 songs on here, Giovanni and the Hired Guns, Colby Cooper, Randall King, Mike Ryan with Can Down. He said Curtis Grimes, Noah Built a Boat on this one, Parker McCollum, Cody Johnson's got a couple. Our friends John Randall and Jack and Miranda with In His Arms, Marfa Tapes. And then we'll go top 5 here.
Okay.
So number 5 for the year was Raymond Ayala. I don't know if that's how you say that, but Giovanni and the Hired Guns. And it's funny because I remember talking about another song that they released, but the amount that's, I guess that band has grown on me in the last 2 months is kind of caught me off guard. I find myself listening to them a lot more than I ever thought I would. So that's been cool for me to kind of push my boundaries there a bit. Number 4 is one off of Kojo's newest release. It's called Human. Pretty popular song there. And then we've got Parker McCollum, To Be Loved by You, which is number 3, one of many that he's got on this list right here. And then number 2, it's Coetzel's big one, Drunk Driving. I feel like we're going to hear that song in a bunch of movies next year. Cody's going to be making some money off that one. as if he's not already. And then rounding out the streaming, you could probably guess who this is going to be. But again, it's Cody Johnson with Till You Can't. I hear that song pretty much anytime I go to any dance hall or country bar, or
Right.
it's like I can't go a day without hearing that song played in public. So those guys are killing it. That's really cool. There's one other thing that I did want to mention. I imagine a lot of people who listen to the show probably watch Yellowstone. And I figured maybe I don't know if we've ever talked about that. Do you watch Yellowstone?
Okay, I don't even want to go there. Okay, that's been a big ordeal with me and my people. Okay, so we started watching and then we tried to watch, but we did watch the other night, and yeah, I'm getting okay, so like I'm just that person. It's like I get so involved with baseball and sports, I don't have time to watch stuff like that.
Okay,
but
cool.
I'm very interested in Yellowstone, and I kind of know what's going on. I mean, I've seen the first couple seasons, and then we had a friend of ours from Belleville over the other night, and we watched and like caught us up. So
okay, yeah. So I'm all caught up. I mean, more power to you if you're not. No worries. We can, I guess, once you get caught up, then we can do a little recap and talk about how we feel, and tell everybody to skip past that section of the podcast because we'll be giving away some teasers. But I did want to mention just how cool Yellowstone has been, or I guess how helpful it's been for a lot of Texas country and country artists in general, since they started. But I feel like this year Taylor took it up to another level and just got some really, really good songs on the show.
Yes, and they do have a lot of good songs.
Absolutely. So I just wanted to mention some of the artists that have been featured this year. Obviously, Colter Wall's a big one. He's a Canada boy, but he might as well be a Texas boy. I think he's got like 6 songs featured this year. Brian Bingham, of course, who's an actor in the show. Plenty of songs on there. We've got the Steel Woods. Obviously, Shane Smith and the Saints is a huge one from this year. All I See Is You. I can't remember if we covered that song whenever they put it out, but that's an insane. Like, that song is so gorgeous. I think they actually, because there was one episode based on that song, and then they played it again.
Because I've had that song in my library like forever.
Yeah, no, that's a beautiful song. John Prine had a song on there. Obviously, that's a little outside of the reach there, but got to give that guy a shout. Shooter Jennings, Willie Nelson,
Love Shooter Jennings.
Yeah, Blackberry Smoke.
Blackberry, that was the one I wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Do it.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead. No, go ahead. just giving them a shout out. Yay.
I hear you. Right on. Yeah, Zach Bryan again. Panhandlers. Tim McGraw did a cool acoustic version of The Cowboy and Me. Let's see. Jason Isbell, Cover Me Up, even got on there. There was a song that we actually talked about probably 6 months ago by a West Texas artist named Red Shahan.
Red Shanahan.
Yeah.
The Javelina. Yeah.
Javelina. And that song made it on there. I thought that was awesome.
Yes.
And then John Moreland had a song on there too this year. So I know there's still a couple episodes left, and I guess one episode left this season, but I'm excited to see what kind of musical curveballs they throw at us. But I don't know. I just feel like that's been really cool for the Texas scene, so I wanted to give that a shout out, to wrap up the year. And I don't know.
For sure.
It's really cool seeing all these different, parts of the industry shining lights on the same thing that we're trying to do.
Yeah. Oh yes. Oh yes.
Pretty gratified. Yeah.
Keep it Texas. Keep it grit. Keep it grit.
For sure. It's funny. I was having a conversation with. This might be a little off topic, but I guess that's generally what happens on this show, right?
Yes.
I was having a conversation with one of my friends last night about how, like as a musician, I've gone through lots of changes and stuff. And there's always that thing. I feel like it's even with like a normal job where, if you're not happy in your job and you're looking for, a new career change or a new position or something, there's always that thing in the back of your mind that's like, I'm gonna have to start all over, start fresh, whenever you've laid some groundwork. But since we started the podcast, it hasn't even been that long, but through this, my musical change has seemed seamless. Like this whole Kyle Garrett country thing is brand new, but it doesn't feel that way this time because we have this consistency. Like we were talking about, we put out so many episodes and we've done this twice a week for a long time now,
And sometimes 3 times a week.
Well, yeah, for sure. But still, 2 episodes a week is not something I ever thought that I would be able to do. you know, and not to mention, we're not making any money doing this. You know, this isn't like somebody's paying us for a job, you know. Ideally, one day we'll be, you know, rock stars just getting on here talking and people will be throwing cash at us. But, you know, it's just, I don't know. I guess I'm proud of myself. That's kind of what I'm getting at. And I'm proud of you as well. And the teamwork that we've put into this, it's pretty crazy.
Well, and you know how in the beginning, how I was so like, oh, I'm not so sure about this. I don't know. But like you said, it's that whole, you know, you've had the foundation laid with, you know, the talent that you've had and been gifted with over the years. Like I was in broadcasting for so many years and I was a spoiled brat because I had all the special stuff. And then moving to the podcast was like starting over for me, but the foundation had been laid and the passion is there. And just like you, and I am so excited about your music. I cannot wait. I cannot wait for your album to come out.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited myself. I just want to start playing shows. It's like,
well, you got something coming up.
I do. Yeah. I want to get with the band. That's going to be the weird thing for me. The transition from playing with the band behind me every night on stage, there'll be a little short period because I've got the guys to play with, but I just want to make sure that I do it right when I start playing those full band shows. So I'm playing at Do-Si-Do on the 6th, which is next week. So that's
yay. I'm excited for you.
Yeah, that's going to be a blast. I'm so excited to play in that room. I've seen so many amazing shows there. So that's going to be pretty sweet. And I've got a couple of things lined up that I'm not ready to talk about yet.
Oh, okay. Here we go. We got to go to Corliss's secret room.
Yeah, right.
Miss Helen in Corliss's secret room.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. No, speaking of Corliss, that was an awesome conversation we had. So you guys follow up here in a couple days and check that one out.
Yeah, that's my girl. She is like become one of my best, dearest friends. We have so much in common. But yeah. So what are you doing for New Year's Eve?
So I am gonna go to Rowdy's and hang out with Jake Bush and Josh Ward.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
You ain't right, Kyle. You just ain't right.
It's funny. I just saw Josh at the Anderson Fest, but it's like, what better is there to do than that, you know?
Okay.
Well,
we'll probably. I don't even know what to say because that's pretty freaking awesome. So we'll just kind of bounce around and go visit some of our fishing buddies before dark and get home. But the great thing is I'll get to see some beautiful fireworks on the beach.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
From right here. Yeah, it'll be gorgeous.
I don't know if I'm gonna get to see any of that. It's weird out here nowadays, you know. Who knows where you're even allowed to do fireworks.
I know.
It's
well,
like
you
can't shoot them.
Yeah, well, you know, I live at the end of Texas on the Gulf Coast, and it'll just be a built-in fireworks show. It'll be gorgeous.
Yeah, I'm jealous. Post some pictures on Facebook.
Okie dokie. Well, you too.
Alrighty. Well, I guess we'll wrap it up. Ring in the new year, and maybe you should get some rest before. Well, I guess we're pretending like it's New Year's Eve, but you've got a little time to heal up and feel better before the party.
Oh yeah. So watch what we're gonna do in 2022.
Oh, I like it.
It's gonna be awesome. I'm looking forward to it. All right. Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy New Year. Cheers.
Cheers.